Welcome to your 20-minute podcast with David Brower, brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/your20-minute podcast. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now, here's your host, David Brower.
This is part 2 of our interview with Connie Jude.
Yes. I am so glad that you found forgiveness too, and I just really tell everybody, this is the day you really learn to forgive, is the day that you will be free. And I deserve to be free. I so deserve to be free from all of those nightmares and all of that stuff. You know, I dealt with that for a long time, and it really took for me to say, okay, this is it. You've had my past. You're not having my future, because my future belongs to God.
Yeah.
And God is not going to cause me any pain.
So when you found Christ, did your husband start doing flips and run all across town standing on his hands, or what did he do?
He's super excited. He's so excited, and I am just so blessed for the man that I have, that God put in my life. I mean, he went through so much with me, and so did our kids. And just, I am so blessed that he stuck this out with me. And I mean, he always prayed for me.
Right.
And it's just, and that's where we basically almost live now. We're at church whenever we can be.
Nice.
And it's just amazing.
I think when people feel they're apart for whatever reason, I think the relationships that last are the ones where their hearts speak to each other. You know, no matter what you were going through, no matter what he was going through, my sense is that you both had a servant's heart, and that you had to wake yours up in order to really be at peace with that.
Yes, definitely. And and that most people, they kind of laugh at that. Like, I've never felt like I was married. And we've been married for over 10 years now. And I never felt married. And now I feel married. And I'm so excited about it. It's like, it feels to me like I just got married, because I now allow myself to love with my whole heart.
And
which
to
I
be
never
loved.
did before.
And to be loved.
To receive love. It's just so amazing to receive love.
Yeah.
And not be scared. And, you know, it's just it's amazing what God can do for us.
I can see and feel your smile. Your cheeks are going to hurt because you're smiling so wide.
Yes.
Wow, what a wonderful story. And if you go to your website on your book, mendedfaith.com, people can learn more about you, about your story. Chris Jones, tell me about Chris Jones. He helped you write the book, right?
Oh, Chris Jones is such a man of God that God put right in my path too. When I decided to write this book, of course, I mean, I'm from Germany, and I'm not, a professional writer. I knew I needed help. And I put it on, we have like a little Facebook group for our church, and I asked, if they knew anybody that, could help me write a book. And that's how we got connected. And we met on a Saturday, and he told me a little bit about his story, and I told him what this book is going to be about. And I felt that instant connection from God, and we took it from there. Chris, I have no idea. I've never trusted anybody in my life because of my past. And I trusted him. I told him my whole life, with every detail. That my parents don't know this detail. Nobody knew this detail. And Chris, I always say, he almost became like my therapist, right? And there has been...
He was a gift from God, that's for darn sure.
Yes, he has. And, it was really hard times for me and for him to talk about all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, because after a while you get closer, you tell somebody your whole story. And then I was always kind of thinking, can I say that to him now? he'll ask me questions, and I'm like, should I say this, how it really was? But I felt God is telling me, yes, you need to just let it all out.
Good.
And
Good
that's
for you.
What
Good
I
for
did.
him. Wow. So how did he, I mean, having those conversations, obviously very, very difficult for you. You had to have complete, utter trust in Chris, which came virtually immediately from what you were saying, which is wonderful. I love those kinds of things. But how did that story impact Chris?
Oh, I know that it was, at times, it was really hard for him. And we were on a radio show last week, and that was the first time, because they asked him, how was this for you?
Yeah.
And he said that a lot of times he had to mute the phone, and he would just listen to me, but he will cry hearing the story, and he will, just tell himself, I'm here for her, and I need to be strong for her right now, and that's what he did.
He was doing some serious praying through this process too, wasn't he?
He did. He will pray me through some days, because there was a lot of days where I said, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
I can't do it anymore. And he'll pray, and I was like, okay, this is what God needs me to do, and that's what we're going to do.
Wow. When you go to Connie's website, again, it's mendedfaith.com, and you click on her blog, several things caught my attention here. Is anything worth more than your soul? And then you quote Mark 8:37. Why do we choose to fail? And you quote 1 John 3:20. These are powerful blog posts here. Unbelievably powerful.
Thank you. And that's all I can do.
How do how do these come to you? To
That is so crazy too. This is how God works, because a lot of times, I just read my Bible, and then I just get. And the thing is, I'm brand new to this, so I'm not one that totally memorize it or knows where what is in the Bible. And whenever I need something, I'll open the Bible, and I am just right where I need to be. I'm always right where I need to be in the Bible. And do you know, I ask God to give that to me, and I ask God to keep me on fire every day. And I ask that, that I can be as bold as He wants me to be.
Wow.
And
you are on a mission, my friend. You are on a mission.
I am on a mission.
So excited for you. My gosh.
Thank you. I'm excited.
How can folks get your book? Obviously, they can go to your website, mendedfaith.com, but are there other places where they can locate your book?
Yes, there will be. May 1st, the ebook will be published and will be out and available for Nook and Kindle, all those things, on Amazon, of course. And September 18th will be our national launch. And then you get the book in Barnes & Nobles and all these places, airports, wherever they sell books.
That is awesome. Again, speechless. In 2 times in 20 minutes, unheard of. I'm gonna have to go have lunch with my dog or something and kind of recoup here. This is what a gift, man! What an absolute blessing to be able to change people's lives and know that over time your book is going to be out and then out and then out and then out even more, touching people's lives, and your family's got to be so proud of you, especially your husband and your kids. They are,
but they haven't read the book, and they decided that they don't want to read the book. They just want to enjoy what they see right now.
Good for them. Don't you think that's a smart decision? Don't you think?
Very smart decision. Very, very smart decision.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I mean, let's celebrate where you are, and because you're sure not worrying about your past anymore. You're using that as a vehicle to help others. So, why wouldn't they be the same?
That's right. It's got to stay in the past, and that is one reason why I am as transparent as I am, because I need people to know that I was not always like that I was so damaged and so broken, and I made some really, really, really bad choices in my life. But that I overcame that, and so can everybody else.
Well, I think that's I think that's part of your mission, if I understand it right, is you want to make sure that people who are going through or have gone through even the smallest pieces of what your experience was, they need to know that they're not alone in that experience.
Yes, they're not alone. There's so many of us.
Yeah.
So many of us, and not just with sexual abuse, with any kind of pain that we're going through. We're living dark times right now. We really do.
Right.
And it is, I can only say, trust in God and let him do what he needs to do, and just be obedient and don't question it.
Yeah. There's a
he says jump, say how high. That's what we got to do. We do that all our lives with dumb stuff.
Yeah,
I know a lot of times I did really dumb stuff because somebody said, hey, let's do that, right? Why do we not want to do it for God?
Right.
So
exactly
people
right.
start jumping for God. Yes.
There's a quote, I don't even know where it came from, but it's circled around our Bible study group for a long, long time, and it's let go and let God.
Yes, perfect. That's it right there.
You just let go and let God, and then you got to pay attention because you don't want to make the story up. You got to pay attention and go where he's leading you. But you're obviously doing that, having great love and passion for it. Your family is embracing you like never before, and how fun it must be. Well, I know it is. How fun it is to be able to be loved.
Yes.
Right.
Wow. It is just, I am just so blessed. I really, really am. And I always say, because a lot of people, they say, well, how can you even think there is a God after all? Why do you think he allowed this to happen to you?
Right.
And all that kind of stuff. A lot of people ask me that question.
Sure.
They're like, I can't even believe that you believe there is a God.
Right.
And I say, if God touches your heart, you will know that he's so real.
Yep.
He's so real.
Wow.
You got to allow him. You got to allow him to do that.
What a great day. Hey, folks, if you want to learn more about Connie Jude and her book, you can find her on Twitter /Mended Faith, Instagram /Mended Faith, and, of course, the website, mendedfaith.com. And, Connie, I'm so excited for you and your family, and continued blessings to you and continued success with your book.
Thank you so much.
Your 20-minute podcast with David Brower has been brought to you by Audible. You can listen to any of David's podcasts anywhere podcasts can be found, including iHeartRadio, the Spotify mobile app, and at davidbrowervo.com/your20-minute podcast. Until next time, thanks for listening.